All right, welcome to the third and final installment of the Complete Burnout Recovery Roadmap. We're talking about stage 3 right here. You'll notice that as we've gone through this, they've been getting worse, right? Which you would expect that. If this is a risk phase, these are things you're going to notice more in the risk phase. Warning, we're going to see some of these things start to ramp up or get a little bit worse. And so, same thing, you're going to see these this is like the worst of all of the symptoms, right? You might still be experiencing these things, but a lot of these are the same, just more severe. So that's what you're going to notice in a lot of this. I am going to shoot you straight. I am not going to lie to you. If you find yourself in stage 3 into active burnout in progress, this requires a lot of intention and also lifestyle change. Like something has to change at this point. You cannot continue on the route that you are on and expect to recover from how you are feeling right now. So just know that if you're feeling any of these things, these are truly symptoms and not just of burnout of itself, but the feelings of misalignment. Your body and your mind are actively trying to let you know that they don't like feeling this way, that something has to change. And so again, to heed that, to honor where you're at and what you actually need, we do have to make a lot of lifestyle changes at this point. So um, this is where, if you don't have any sort of support, and this doesn't have to be professional support, of course, it can be in the form of either therapy or working with a coach like me. But this also just support in your day-to-day life, like let your loved ones know what's going on, let your partner know what's going on. If you have close friends that or anyone that you just really trust and loves you, let them know what you're going through. I promise you are not a burden. I promise they want to know what the heck is up with you. Let them know what is going on and if there's anything that they can do to support you. I promise you, they want to be able to help you. So that is a lot of what is in stage 3 here, and basically just the overall explanation of how you're going to see this really start to change. Okay, so before we close this out, I'm just going to go through this really quick in case anything here is, if you read it and you're like, I don't know what that is. So we're just going to start here at the top. So depersonalization. If you are not familiar with this term, this is the that feeling of like almost disorientation where it feels like you're not really connected to your body, or like you kind of feel like you have this experience of like floating, like you can't really believe what's happening right now. And this can happen in like really intense moments, but it can also just kind of like creep up on you where it's like you'll find yourself, I don't know, participating in a conversation. And it's like you can hear yourself talking or you can see them talking. And there's just this part of you that's like, none of this is real right now. That's depersonalization. It's a really serious, I can't even call it a condition, but a really serious symptom that can pop up when we're dealing with things like this. Depersonalization can be a form of dissociation. So it's the mind really just trying to create some barriers in order to reduce the amount of stress that it is currently feeling. So depersonalization, isolation, I feel like this one's pretty straightforward, but you are alone, whether you are actually physically alone or you're just feeling very mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually alone. All of that can happen, and we can feel all of those things. Those each have a different type of weight that can affect us. So isolation. Cynicism and nihilism. When you can no longer find any ray of sunshine in what you're doing, if there truly does not feel like there is anything to be grateful for, that is cynicism and that is nihilism. That like it's just total doom and gloom all the time. Nothing is ever going to work itself out. Nothing is ever going to be better. And this is just the way things are. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Nope, that's nihilism talking, and that is stage 3 active burnout. That's not who you are. Poor performance, again, pretty straightforward. If we are feeling all of these effects, if we're carrying this type of weight around, if we just do not have the energy for it, which again, if we've gotten to this stage, you don't have the energy for it, then the ambition and the want to perform at whatever level is your norm is not going to be there anymore, because you just don't have it. It's the last thing that you're thinking about. Your brain and your body is going into a type of survivalism, a survival state, because there has been a lot of chronic stress that has built up. There's a lot of stress cycles that your body has been in that it hasn't been able to complete. So it's stuck in that stress response cycle. And so, yeah, the ability to perform and feel like you're putting on a good face for everyone is not going to be there. So poor performance is something to be expected. Again, energetic depletion, I kind of just said this one. This one's a little bit straightforward as well. Exhaustion. This is a physical exhaustion. Like energetic depletion, you could say could be for any of them. You could feel energetically depleted to think about something, to again put up a facade, behave a certain way. But exhaustion really is the physical part. Where like it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to do the things that you even actually want to do because you physically do not have the energy, the ability to rally the calories you need in your body in order to go and do that thing. And then the last two, again, pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just going to hit on them just in case. Ignoring the needs of self. Hello, we have created a mind-body disconnection that is so deep, such a chasm, such a canyon here that it's really actually hard to hear what your body needs. It's hard to feel when you need a break for eating or a bio break, or that you realize that you're even thirsty. It's actually truly hard to feel that those things are happening in your body. That is ignoring the needs of self. And again, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that you're consciously doing. A lot of times, what I see in this stage 3 part is it's something that maybe had been done consciously before, but it's been done for so long that that connection is really fractured at this point. And then that's what this is. It's a broken or weakened mind body connection. So whether it is actually the subconscious, like those trigger sensors that we have throughout our body that give us that feedback that, oh, I need food, or oh, I need rest, or oh, actually, I need to take a little break right now, or I need some water. Those things aren't really activated and they're not firing in the way that they're supposed to. Which also, so yes, this is very biological, very behavioral. This you might find is more psychological, where it's ignoring the needs of self as far as like our psychological, our mental, and our spiritual things that we need to be taking care of ourselves. So if you're someone that for you to feel like you are thriving and things are going good, maybe that means that you read a little bit every day. That's just something that makes you feel alive. Great. If you have not been able to read at all, or you feel like it's something you have to earn, or you're just ignoring that about yourself, that is what I mean about ignoring the needs of self. So these two definitely go together, but there is a little bit of a difference. That's why I want to talk about them. That all together is stage 3, my friends.